Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, wherever you are in the world, I am so happy and grateful that you have joined me on my channel today. And I'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in and having a look. Okay, so as you know, my channel is all about being positive and how to get through this difficult time, especially because there's so much of us now staying at home, and we've got people with their children at home, and it's looking at what to do with them. I've had a few people actually saying to me, oh, my kids just don't listen to me, I can't get them to do anything that I want them to do, and their attitudes are really bad. So I'd say with that question, I would say try and think about the five positive things that your children do, and really praise them on these 5 positive things. Have that list with you, so even when they're behaving erratically, or and you feel like you want to change the way you feel about them, just change your perception in the way you think and also in the way you talk to them as well, and I guarantee that there will be different results. I think it's important for you to not allow your feelings to overcome what is happening when the child's behavior changes from that little angel that you had when they were first born, and to the monster that they can sometimes turn into. So it's definitely important to write down these 5 things and actually start getting children to cooperate more with you. And one of the ways for them to actually help you more, or for you to get the results you want from your child, is to find out what they actually want. What does a child want? What do they want to do more than anything in the world? And I think if that want is to spend more time with you, or to spend time on their computer, like these kids, these little boys that are at the moment playing on the PlayStation all the time, if that's what they want to do, then it's our job to teach them how to actually get to that situation. So I was listening to Bob Proctor the other day, and he really is such an inspiring guy, and he come up with some I am affirmations. And one of the I am affirmations that he said, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm focused on my goals and making steps to improve my current situation every single day. So when I heard this, I thought, that is amazing. It's amazing because we are happy. We have to be happy and grateful that we are making those steps and focusing on the dreams that we want in our life. Sometimes when we focus on negative energy, guess what comes into our life? This negative situation. So what we have to do is really focus on the positive. Did you know that we are God's highest form of creation? Basically, that just means that there is no other thing that has been built, made, whatever, that can actually outdo us. There's nothing equal to us whatsoever. So us having the highest being God's highest source of creation is a fantastic thing to actually know, but it's also great because that means that we don't have to sit there and we've got so much things that we could do that could change the world. We just have to know and find those things that can help other people. It's really important that in life that we really do help others. We cannot just sit there and think about ourselves. Okay, so I was also thinking, because there's so many of us as well that are in a situation where because of us being at home and obviously looking after the kids and stuff, but not just that, but not having an income because we've only got one income. What I was thinking is, it's really important not to just rely on one income, but actually to have multiple sources of income. So rather than just having just that one job, you really need to sit there and think about, how else can I bring an income in if this situation was to be taken away from me tomorrow? So definitely look into how you can earn more money and not just off the one job that you have right now, but obviously something that's going to eventually allow you to have that financial freedom that you need. I actually do trade in foreign exchange, which is Forex, and I would say that for me, it is something that is allowing me to have that financial freedom, and it's also taking my mind off this current situation that we're in right now regarding the fact that we can't go to work or nothing. At least I know that there's some kind of income still coming into my household, so I am happy and grateful, definitely happy and grateful that my goals are getting closer and I can see myself walking towards those steps. So yeah, that's that for that. Anyway, more notes on this. Oh yeah, there was this comment made, and the comment was, how can I stop feeling lonely? Have you guys ever been in a situation where you just felt like you're so lonely and like nobody loves me, everybody hates me kind of situation? I know that loads of us have been through that, and I definitely went through that at one point in my life. And I'd say that all that ended, and it can end for you as well, if instead of keeping your focus on yourself, because the reason why we feel lonely is because all we can think about is ourselves. So it's so important that instead of thinking of ourselves, guess what? Think about other people first. So if you put someone else first in your life rather than putting yourself first, and go out of your way to really help someone, it could even just ask the neighbour if they need anything, or if anybody that you can help needs your help, then it's important that you go out there and help. And the more you give of yourself, the less lonely you're going to feel, and the more approachable, likable and lovable you're going to feel. And then you're going to feel the happiness from within, and guess what? The loneliness disappears. So yeah, I would say take your mind off your own self and put your mind on someone else that really needs you. Okay, yes, so there was something else I wanted to talk about as well. So I had a poem sent to me by a friend, and this poem was so powerful because it really resonates with the situation that we're going through right now. And this poem was written in the 1800s, so I'll just get it up. So actually, I probably have to put my glasses on for this, but anyway, let me just have a look, see if I can try and squint without it. Okay, so this poem, it was written by Kathleen, and she wrote this poem saying people that stayed at home. So if I just read this to you guys, you probably think, wow, when you hear this, you might just be interested in it actually. So the poem starts, and people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played and learned new ways of being. That's important. I think this is something that we are doing right now. We're staying home, but are we learning to read books more? Are we learning to listen more? Are we resting the way we're supposed to be? Are we exercising in the way we're meant to be? Are we finding ways to make art and play? Okay, so this was also part of the poem. So the poem continues. So they made ways and stopped and listened deeper. Someone meditated, someone prayed, someone danced, someone met their shadow. That's important. That sounds fantastic. And someone began to think differently. And people were healed. And this is fantastic because someone meditated, someone prayed, someone danced, someone met their shadow. Imagine meeting your shadow. So many times we're battling through so much stuff in our life, and really the actual fight is sometimes internal, and we need to really take control of that and move forward in life. Okay, so they met their shadow and people began to think differently and people were healed. and in the absence of people who lived in an ignorant way. And this is important again, because do you know how many people are going down to the beach and acting like they're on a 3-month holiday? It's so ridiculous. I can't understand why they are doing this, because them going out there having their parties and stuff on the beach is something that's causing everyone else around them to be affected. Because if we have total lockdown where we can't go out the house because of these people being selfish, it is going to be unfair on us. But they're also causing dangerous situations for other people, and maybe even passing on the virus even more. So who knows what it's actually doing. But yeah, anyway, so in the absence of people who lived in ignorant ways, dangerous, meaningless and heartless, even the earth began to heal. So because of the fact that we stopped doing certain things and we stayed home, the earth begins to heal. Now this is what we need to do. We need to make our earth heal, and I think our earth can heal if we listen to what we've been told to do. So let the earth heal, and then when the danger ended, which is obviously the virus, when the virus ends, then the people found each other and they grieved for those that were dead. So the ones that probably died, as obviously it's sad that people are dying around us and there's nothing that we can do about that, but we really do need to stick together and, you know, really listen at this time. So the other part of the poem continues, and they made new choices and dreamed of new wisdom. So this is it. The people came together, they made new choices and they dreamed of new wisdom and new visions, and they created a new way of life, and the earth was healed. And this is the bit that is so important, because I feel that because we're able to now stay at home and make new choices and make new routines, this is actually fantastic, because the earth now is actually healing. There's less people out there on the roads creating that pollution, so there's less situations going on. It's a lot safer, and people are really listening. There, the majority of the people here are listening, because they do want the earth to heal, and they don't want to see and contribute to the death of other people. So I think it's fantastic that we are listening. Okay, so the poem continues. Okay, so they dreamed a new vision and created new ways of life and healed the earth completely, just as they themselves were healed. I think that is the key point. That's the end of the poem, by the way. But just as they were healed, I think that is so fantastic, because it's like making them choices is fantastic. And I think that because we're doing that, you know what, we're healing ourselves, we're healing in a different way and a different vibration. But I am so happy and grateful that everything in my life is moving forward in harmony with God's plans. And the reason why I wrote this down when I heard this yesterday was because we could sit here and say, oh, the world's ending. The world's not ending. Everything happens for a reason, and whatever that reason is, we never know. All we can worry about is today. But I would say that whatever is going on in our lives, we should be happy and grateful that our life is moving forward in harmony with God's plans. And I think when you have that perception of life, then things are moving forwards, not backwards. So always look to the positive rather than the negative. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm really grateful for the fact that you've made it this far. If you did like the video and you also liked the poem and you'd like a copy of the poem, or you'd like to find out who wrote the poem, then I'd like to just put your comments in or send me your personal email and I'll send it out to you. It would be nice to help so many people. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Take care, have a blessed day, and don't stress. Remember, learn new things, create new ideas, learn to listen more, learn to play more, learn to just be you and enjoy being you. And don't feel lonely, because loneliness only happens when you only focus on yourself. So don't feel sorry for yourself. Feel grateful that today is a new beginning where you can actually move things forward rather than sit there and move things look at the dwelling in the past. If you want to move things forward and you want your life to work out better for you, remember there are ways of having multiple sources of income without sitting here in this distressful time right now. Come on, the time is now if you want to start. Anyway, thank you again. Take care. God bless you guys. Comment in the box below if you want me to say anything else in any of the future videos. I'm always here to help you and advise as much as possible. And the only reason why I do this advice is because I've had a life where I've been through quite a lot of stuff, and I would love to share my life experiences with you guys in order for you to not make the same mistakes that I've made. So yeah, I love you guys and thank you again. Bye.